Hello, I'm Sinjin Devay and this is a Get Fit in 21. Today I want to talk about the functional threshold fitness test, and we're concerned about heart rate. I'm doing this tomorrow, so I like to go through it now as part one, and I will do another video tomorrow as part two. So what's it all about? Well, functional threshold fitness test can give you a starting platform to show how fit you are to begin with and how you are progressing over a period of time. So I don't recommend that you do it every week or every month, but every 2 to 3 months, then you can gauge how fit you're getting. What it contains is basically a warm-up for about 15 minutes, where you'll be going through zone 1, zone 2, zone 3 and building up your heart rate. Once you're sufficiently warmed up, you then need to start your test, and at the same time you need to reset your heart monitor, because any recording during your warm-up session will screw the figures when you come and look at them later on. So you're doing a 20-minute test, so therefore you need to reset your monitors. The test itself, I would say you break it down into 4 segments of 5 minutes, and when you set off, you don't go off like a bat out of hell, because you will not finish your 20 minutes. You need to keep some in reserve, but it's best effort all the way. After 5 minutes, 10 minutes, after 15 minutes, you need to self-reevaluate yourself to see where you're going too fast, not as fast at all, or you just got right. And you need to say whether I should hang back, increase, or carry on than what I'm doing. Don't stop while you're doing that. Carry on pedaling. As soon as you finish your test, switch off your monitor. And then I recommend that you do a 10-15 minute easy ride recovery in zone 1. So I don't recommend, if you're new to cycling, that you do this. I don't recommend if you're new to exercise that you do this. I don't recommend if you're overweight, you haven't exercised for a few years, because this test, even for all the pros, is a killer. It really is, and that's why this is why I'm putting it in now on week 4 and not at the beginning, because I don't want to put you off. There is an alternative that you can do on paper, which is a lot easier, but it's not as accurate. So I suggest that you need to ask yourself whether you feel you're up for this. This is 20 minutes of hard pedaling. And you go for 20 minutes to get the highest average heart rate that you can do. Now, once you get that, then we turn it into a threshold value, and by what we mean by that, we take 95% of that. So say you got, I don't know, 165 as your maximum average heart rate. You need to times that by 0.95 to give you 95%. Now the sum that gives you, you can then break down into the different zones for functional training. And there are, in fact, 7 zones. Indeed, there are 7 zones. Zone 1 is very easy, and say you've got 165 as your maximum average heart rate. You need to times it by 0.68 to give you your maximum heart rate for zone 1. Zone 2 is endurance cycling, which we've been doing already, and you need to times your maximum heart rate or your functional maximum heart rate by 0.69 to give you a lower end of zone 2 and 0.83 to give you the higher range. See, there's brackets, parameters of the zone. It's just not one figure, it's two figures, a lower and a higher one. Zone 3 is your tempo zone, higher cadence, and that is 0.84 and 0.94 of your maximum threshold heart rate, functional threshold heart rate. Yeah. The next stage or next zone is what we call the sweet spot, and it covers the upper area of zone 3 and the lower area of zone 4. So the sweet spot is you need to times your maximum average heart rate by 0.88 and 100%. So that would be your sweet spot. And your zone 4, which is what they call the lactic threshold, is 0.95 and 1.05. Okay. And the last one, zone 5, is your VO2 is greater than 1.06. And there is another one, zone 6, and that's off the scale. That's your anaerobic capacity. Basically, that's ultra high intensity intervals. Usually around about 10 to 30 seconds, designed to increase anaerobic capacity flat out. You don't hold back, and your heart rate will go through the limit. Okay. So zone 1 is your active recovery, zone 2 is your endurance, zone 3 is your tempo. We then have the sweet spot zone. Zone 4 is your lactic threshold. Zone 5 is your VO2 max, and zone 6 is your anaerobic capacity. Okay, that sounds easy, doesn't it? It's not, but I'm doing it tomorrow. You can join me tomorrow. Now, there is another way of working out a heart rate. There is several ways. Used to be take your age away from 220, and that was way off the ballpark. But they fine-tuned it a bit, and you can use one where you take your age, so that's me being 58, you times it by 0.7, which will give you 41. You then minus 41 from 207, which will give you 166, and that will give you a sort of a virtual heart rate, which you can work out your zones with. Just to get started, and then you can train up later on and do an actual fitness test to give your actual get your actual heart rate. My virtual heart rate is 166. My maximum heart rate is 194 or something. Is so a big difference. But then again, I've been doing a lifetime of fitness in various sports and various exercises, so I got an underlying layer of fitness, so mine is slightly screwed. But the rest of you, take care. If you feel that you're not up to it, it's no shame saying, back off, but if you're up to it, by all means give it a go. So like to see you tomorrow. All the best for that. Make sure you warm up properly, give it your best effort, make sure you cool down. Okay, work hard, be strong, get healthy, lose some weight, and you get leaner as well. All right, stay safe, be seen. Catch you later.